Hey guys, this is Matt Bernish, aka WCWA Bossman, and I know I very rarely, if ever, copied a video to YouTube, but I figured I'd give it a shot and give you guys a new video to look at, so here we go. Um, Basically, for my previous videos, which I've done through MySpace.com, also known as MySpace TV, um, you could check out those videos at my personal MySpace page, myspace.com/WCWA or you can check them out at myspace.com/WCWA Wrestling, or you could also check them out at myspace.com/WCWA FireOptic, to catch up on all those. Um, but since before the surgery that I had, because as most of you may or may not know still, because I haven't posted a lot of videos here, I do have a physical disability of cerebral palsy, and I had to have a surgery, which I had on December 2nd, uh, a couple weeks ago, and all went well. Um, but as for WCWA, there'll be some uh, changes coming up in the year coming for us. Um, all I will say for now is that WCWA Wrestling is planning some planning a major show for the spring of 2009. Once the date has been totally confirmed, I will let you all know when that date is, and when some of the matches are confirmed, I will also let you know that, and I will keep you apprised of developments as they happen. Um, WCWA over the past couple years, even since I opened my YouTube, has went through several changes. Um, we started with Kevin Landry, basically an independent wrestler who taught me the ropes and everything I know. But we had a not so nice parting of the ways, and I've been just taking time since our last show of May 2007 to focus more on myself and getting myself better, and that's why I did the surgery. So now that I'm better, like I said, WCWA plans on doing another show, another important show in on in the spring of 2009. Actually, no. Our last show was in on May 2nd of 2008, which I have one match up there on the MySpace pages of, I think, on mine and on the WCWA wrestling page, which have, and so does FireOptic. They all have a couple of matches from a couple of different shows. So check those out too. And I also will use the YouTube more to convey my thoughts on wrestling. And thus far, the biggest thought of lately is that Armageddon was a really decent pay-per-view. I think it was more of their most decent to well-run pay-per-views of the year. I think Vladimir Kozlov is a joke. Um, I don't know where they're gonna go with Chris Jericho now that he's lost in several matches on pay-per-view and made to look really bad in some of those instances. Cena does seem to be getting really a lot better and getting his pace back and shaking out all the cobwebs. So that can only make him better, or as the fans would do, more booed, which I don't understand because even though his gimmick is a little stale, he's really gotten better since he first came into the company, and even after his first title run and his second and whatever, he's still been doing really well. Um, I finally am happy to say that, Jeff Hardy got the WWE title. He deserves it. Yeah, like everybody has been mentioning on YouTube, he's had a lot of problems, a lot of drug issues, but everybody deserves a second chance. And Jeff's really been busting his butt. So, thank thankfully he got that. Um, we'll see where that goes. Um, Another thing I'll mention is that I just saw WWE's Tribute to the Troops on NBC. Really short show in my opinion, but um, you know, really decent show because the WWE always wants to put on a good show in front of the servicemen and women. So it was a pretty decent show. I liked a lot of what they did. It seemed to be good. A lot of the pairings were different, especially for the main event, but it was still a really good idea. I think it was really classy of Batista, instead of wearing his trunks that he usually wears, that he wore army fatigues, and Mysterio's gear for this show was really cool. And the only thing that it's kind of a petty thing, I just thought that it was really weird was the fact that John Morrison freaking wore his fur coat out into a match in midday in Iraq. That's suicide in my opinion. That's not smart to be doing. But anyway, it's part of his gimmick. He just did it and took it off. But um, in other news, I haven't watched much of TNA lately due to the fact that I've had to be bedridden a lot and had to take a lot of medicine. So I've been sleeping an awful lot. But TNA's been doing okay. I mean, they're gonna be losing a bunch of bigger guys in the coming months and maybe in the coming year, because it's been rumored for a long time that Christian wants to go back. Now there's rumors to WWE. Now there's rumors that Kurt Angle wants to go back. So what that tells me is that TNA is not doing a good job in their booking or with how they're running their business. And I mean, some of their shows have shown that. I mean, they have their biggest group, the Main Event Mafia, is, Christian, who was forced into it, Booker T, Steiner, Sting, and Kurt Angle, and Kevin Nash. And I mean, you have the five biggest professionals in that company as far as big men with experience, but you have them all in one group. It makes no sense. They should at least have had somebody besides Mick Foley, who hasn't wrestled in the company and is only a partner, being on the young guy's side. To me, it's so stupid. They should have put somebody like, you know, Kevin Nash um or Christian. They shouldn't have had him lose that match that he lost to Booker T a couple pay-per-views ago, I think it was, and let him stay on the side with the young guys, so it seemed more even. But like I said, I haven't seen much, so I don't know if a lot's changed, but to me that's really stupid with TNA, and it's really stupid for them to make a lot of the bigger guys like Christian and Angle even want to think about going back, because they lose them and their ratings are going to drop lower, and everything is gonna depend on the young guys, and you're putting way too much on young guys who don't have really as much combined experience as Angle and Christian.